Okay, welcome to our next video in the video blog series. I'm really excited about this next video, and that's because this video is at the heart and soul of the mission that our unit has undertaken while being here in Iraq, and that is supporting and training the Iraqi military. And that's been really a very important mission that we have undertaken on the medical side of the house here on Camp Taji in Iraq. So during this next video series, we're going to take you over to the Iraqi side of the base. So Camp Taji is divided between the American side of the base and the Iraqi military side of the base. We have exclusive access to take you over there to the Iraqi side, and we're going to meet some of the medical providers that we've been assisting, that we've been training and advising over the last 9 or 10 months to really improve their medical capabilities over there on the Iraq side and make them, from a military medical side, more capable, more functional, and more ready to carry out the mission of the Iraqi military, and that is defending. Okay, we're over here now on the Iraqi Air Force side of Camp Taji. So we transitioned from the U.S. side to the Iraqi side, and we're actually standing inside the Iraqi Air Force Medical Clinic, which the U.S. Army has assisted with getting it up and running and training their medical personnel that they have over here so that they're able to care for their patients over here, their military, Iraqi military patients, and have the right equipment and the right facilities to really do what they need to do. So you can kind of pan around a little bit and see some of the stuff that we've given them. We've got the hospital beds in here. They've got some good EKG equipment and vital sign equipment, and they're able to use their expertise because they're very well trained, but they didn't necessarily have the tools that they needed to take care of their patient population over here, so it's worked really well. So next we're going to talk to some of their providers over here with the help of Rafet, our translator. Lieutenant Mustafa here is a physician. He trained here in Iraq and is now in the Army, correct? Yeah. Yes, and he works here in the medical clinic. What do you see as how the partnership has gone with the U.S., with the Army, and in the future, how do you feel, how equipped, how ready do you feel to do your mission?
It's of course, the U.S. Army and the U.S. clinics, we have get benefit from there, and they helped us, a good help and a big help for us, and by, as Lieutenant said, by training the flight medics, or give them the sessions, or sometimes also give us and Lieutenant Ahmed, we go to Balad many times for it's simple courses, but it's useful and helpful for them also, for the clinics and for the medics. But also I hope to continue the connection between the U.S. and the Iraqi government, helping especially in the medical things, because you know some of our staff need to develop themselves.
So really the emphasis there is on training. They're really getting a lot of the training that we're doing for them, both here on their side and over on what they call the coalition side, or the U.S. side, as well as back in the state. We're doing the nighttime. We're doing the nighttime tour here of the Iraqi military side. Ahmed is very excited to show us the progress that he's making. So we're going to do a little tour of some of the stuff that he has over here now that we've just left the clinic. Let's go take a look.
Whoa.
هاي استخدمناها. أول كورس هذا نستخدم به شو اسمه. أول كورس هذا مال التدريس استخدمنا به هاي وحدة من هاي الدروس، هو درس استخدمناه بالرينج.
The first
lecture
they did was at the range, and they used
shooting.
They used live
under fire. Under fire.
Oh, care under fire.
Yes, this is the first time.
They just did it.
So this is great. What we can see here is that Lieutenant Ahmed, the physician assistant for the Iraqi Air Force, has really made great use out of a room over here in one of the Iraqi buildings. He's put together a really nice classroom. Some of the training devices that the U.S. Army has given him, the mannequin and some of the other mannequin parts over here for medical training, he's putting to great use. And he was just explaining to us how he's also running a course for his medics called Care Under Fire, which is something that we do in the Army, in the U.S. Army, in terms of learning how to provide immediate life-saving treatment to patients while you're under attack. So it's just fantastic. Yeah. And this is a great example too of some nice equipment where they've taken the urinary reproductive system and translated it all into Arabic, and got this up in here so he can use this for training. Just caring for patients in the flight environment versus the ground environment, which is why we have flight medics and why we have physicians training in aviation medicine in the U.S. Army and in the U.S. military. But something they haven't developed to this level in the Iraqi military. So it's just really impressive what he's already appreciating, which we kind of take for granted on our end, but he's appreciating and then implementing really important training methods for his guys. It's just fantastic. So I think they're going to.
Oh, I wish. And I wish to stay this 1 year.
Don't do this, man. You're going to make me tear up.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you. It's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure. I've loved every minute of it, and I wish I could have been over here more, but who knows? Maybe I'll be back. And there'll be somebody else that takes my spot in March, and I'll bring him over to introduce you to him. Yeah. Great guy right here. Okay, so we're over here enjoying a very authentic Iraqi meal here in the clinic, in the Iraqi Air Force Medical Clinic. In one of their rooms. They've invited us, which is very common in their culture. When you come over to visit, they like to have you have a meal with them. So we are enjoying a fantastic Iraqi meal. So there we have it. We just finished up with a wonderful evening over on the Iraqi side, eating and discussing with some of our Iraqi partners in the medical field over there. It's a pretty emotional evening as we begin to exit out of here, saying our goodbyes. Not sure if we'll ever get to see some of these folks again, but very confident in the relationship that we built with them. It's been a lot more than just training and advising them, but as you can see, the relationship is very important to them, and it certainly meant a lot to me, and hopefully you got a feel for that through seeing some of the events that took place tonight. And again, all this is part of leaving Iraq stronger and more capable as we begin to exit out, and starting there with some of our medical field members that we worked with was just a fantastic experience. So I hope you appreciated this video blog on the mission that we're doing with the Iraqis in training, advising, and assisting.